Your story is your greatest gift. It is yours. It is one of the most important and powerful ways for you to leave a legacy, for you to impact, change, and transform and influence other people's life. It's a tool for you to transform your own life. If you own, if you embrace, and if you share your story, you will be empowered by your story. But too often what happens is that too many people are afraid of sharing their story. The struggle, the adversity, those moments where they felt embarrassed, those moments where they were at the bottom, those moments where they didn't know what to do, those moments where it didn't work out. You know, those dark and real moments that we all experience that we don't really like to share because we don't know how other people would perceive us, or we don't want to share our weaknesses and our vulnerability with other people. And so what we do is that we share the good thing or the superficial thing or those things that we know will be accepted or will be glamored or will be applauded by other people because it makes us feel good. And if we look at social media, you can see this massively used. Everybody is only sharing the best snapshot with the best filter, the best slice of their life. But we all know that life is not just that slice, there's so many other slices. But in order for us to be who we are today and where we are today, it's all those experiences, the good, the bad, the neutral, that brought us here. And that story is the greatest gift that we have because it made us uniquely who we are today. And there's nobody else who share the story that you have today. And that is your greatest strength. It makes you unique. It makes you special. It makes you different. It makes you you. And so many people can go through similar experiences, but it's never going to be the same, and it's never going to be like how you handled it, how you overcame it, how you went through it. So don't let yourself be a victim of your story or be embarrassed by your story or be ashamed of what happened or where you grew up or the things you had to deal with. Don't try to let that story use you, but use your story to help other people. Because as long as we remain ashamed or embarrassed or we don't want to show certain things, a certain side or certain aspect about ourselves, that story, that aspect of your past controls you. And that fear, that shame, that resentment, that whatever emotion is making you want to hide that thing is controlling you and keeping you a victim of that. But the moment you can embrace fully who you are and you can use your story not as a or this happened to me and poor me. No, but this happened. But it's not who I am. And it was not who I was meant to be, and I started to create something different. And because of that, thank God this happened, because then it led me to something completely different. And we all have those experiences, those moments where we feel like, fuck, why is this happening to me? And a couple of months later, we're like, thank you that this happened to me, right? But in a moment, it's not always easy to figure out. And that's why Steve Jobs said it's so much easier when you connect the dot looking back. One of the most significant things that happened in my life was actually so bad at first. I was 20, I was ready to go to Australia. I had everything booked. I sold my car, I quit the job, I had, quit the old relationship I was in, and everything was set for me to fly October 2010 to Australia. And then a couple of weeks before I was meant to fly, I broke my wrist playing handball, right? And everything came to a stop. I was like, oh my God, why is this happening to me right now? I cannot believe it. I had a cast until here, and I was meant to fly to the other side of the fucking world. And it was so oppressing because, I was meant to fly 3 weeks in, and the doctor told me, well, you're gonna have to have this at least 6 to 8 weeks. Right? 6 at best, 8 if it takes more time. And so I was confronted in a situation, what do I do? Like, do I cancel everything? Is this God telling me not to go? Or what should I do? But in that moment, a gift appeared, an opportunity appeared. And that was the opportunity to learn English in a school. Because I figured I cannot travel much, I'm gonna be stuck in one place, might as well go and enroll in a part-time language school and take off my English, because back then I could not speak any freaking English. And that alone led me to go in a school, learn English, and significantly over time, of course, transformed my life, because now I can speak English fluently, and it had completely changed everything for me. So what was first one of the biggest difficulty I had actually helped me in ways I could have never imagined. So being able to acknowledge and empower and own this story and share this story with people who struggle right now. Something happened to them, they didn't want it, they didn't forecast it, they didn't see it, but they can see that there might be a gift in this. And when you share that story to somebody who is in a similar situation, it can help them beyond what you can think. So our story is our greatest source of strength, identity, and legacy. Because when you let other people know your story, they know you better. They connect with you deeper. And the stories are always what we remember the most. That's why today, all our greatest leaders and greatest people who lived on this planet, we remember them not really for their achievement, but we remember the stories that are being told, the books that are still being written, the movie that's still being made about their story. So today, as you keep writing your own story, your own journey, don't let it hide in a dark corner somewhere, but let it be a source of inspiration, of influence, of impact for someone, because I guarantee you there is someone somewhere who needs your story and that can completely transform their life. So own your story, embrace your story, and keep writing the best story. I will see you in my next video. Be well.